Muito bem, pessoal. Meu nome é Leandro Menzen e hoje vamos continuar o gameplay do jogo Behind the Steel Sky da Revolution Games. Anteriormente, nós vasculhamos a casa para descobrir mais informações sobre o cidadão Graham. E... como é que é? Graham Grudy? Isso? Algo assim é o nome do cara, viu? Já não sei mais o nome. E nós precisamos fazer uma entrevista com um mentor que está aqui. Só que eu não sei se eu vou me dar bem com isso, né? Vamos tentar ver. Vamos ver. Vamos tentar entrar, né?
I couldn't keep them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
Graham Grundy.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I couldn't let Alfonso here.
Alonso?
Putz.
Monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge?
Ué?
It was now or never.
E aí?
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Do conforto.
Comfort. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Yes, of course. Ah, here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
Está em A.
I did drop down a bit, but I'm back to Class A+ now.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring any other issues. Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
Era B. Putz. B ou B+. B?
B.
Yes, well, you'll be back up there in no time. Well, that is all I need to check off. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and guidance that you need.
Mentor?
When someone goes off-grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a troubleshooter.
Of course. I appreciate the concern.
So, let's get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
Putz. O que a mulher tá falando? Ginásio? Puxar a corda. Putz, qual que seria?
Please, Mr. Grundy, I've not got all day.
Estação de trem. Bah, não sei. Não tô entendendo o que a mulher tá falando. Sei lá, vou botar ginásio, salão.
I find the dance hall an interesting workplace.
Dance hall?
Eia.
Oh, silly me. That's our pet name
Ah,
for the
negócio de
land train
trens.
division. Such a physical place to work, you see. Private joke.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr. Grundy. But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
I'm fine. Better than ever, in fact.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year. Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
Feito. Ah, no coração.
You mean my heart regulators? Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well, I must say you're in remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
Fotografia? Fotografia? É,
You
fotografia.
mean my photography?
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
I can imagine. You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology. Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than availing of ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval, all courtesy of Minos. If we can't see what you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Ah, well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
It's been a pleasure, Mentor.
Hasn't it? So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me where you've been for the last 2 weeks.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I was working at the land train facility, of course. Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor. And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling. How awful. What a dreadful thing to happen.
E
I
aí?
believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Ganhei uma
Well, that's a
conquista.
relief.
Perigo na
I'm sure
entrevista.
it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2
What?
anomalous results here.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Possibly. It's as plausible as everything else you've told me today. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with.
Eita.
No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered with? I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when he fell. Request analysis. Now, it's clear to me that your recent concussion has had some deleterious effects on your memory. You need some time to recuperate.
Of course, mentor. I shall see to it that he gets the care he needs.
Oh, I have no doubt that you will. And to support you in this, I converted some of your kudos to grant you both some time off work.
Our kudos. Wait,
Eita.
how much?
Oh, nothing too severe. Just enough to give you some time to reflect. You may notice a slight dip in your social tier, however.
But the Aspiration Day Gala. Tonight.
Yes, won't it be something? I am so looking forward to it. Anyway, keep a smile on your face.
You too?
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
Nossa.
In the name of Joey, do you call that sorry performance?
Maybe I could have tried harder.
Look, Buster. Everything was fine until you turned up. I'd dragged my kudos all the way up to Class B for that gala. I don't want time off. I want my gala tickets. If there is anything wrong with Graham's U-chip, you would better sort it out sharpish before Alonso's analysis comes back. Who even are you? Where's Graham? Are you that contact he kept ranting about?
What Graham had been up to, it had gotten him killed. I had to come clean with his wife. There's no easy way to say this, but I'm afraid Graham is dead.
What? How? Where?
I found him. In the Gap.
The Gap? What was the idiot doing in the Gap? Was that where he was always sneaking off to? Ugh!
A child, Milo, was abducted from a village out there and brought into Union City. And I think Graham was somehow connected.
Sure, and pigs fly. Listen, stranger. I'm sure you can understand this has been a rather harrowing day. This is all too much for me right now.
Tell me about it.
So, I'm gonna do some damage control on social media. In the meantime, I guess that officially it is your home, so you can stay, but this is my bedroom, and that one is yours. No cute ideas.
Understood. Songbird seemed rattled by the news. Not surprising. But whoever this contact of Graham's was, I suspected they were the key to finding Milo.
E agora? O que eu vou fazer agora? Perguntar pro...
Excuse me.
Good afternoon, sir.
Songbird doesn't seem too upset.
And why would she be? The
Sounds like my wife didn't...
I'm confident Madame Songbird's affection was simply kept hidden. On the inside.
I'd like to hear more about...
May I suggest that, sir, or perhaps check her social media presence? That's how Madame has traditionally spoken to you.
My wife mentioned I had a contact.
Perhaps you might ask her, sir. I fear I am not able to elaborate any further.
What's this about a...
The aspiration Madame Songbird was... It is most
Why? What happened?
Mentor Alonso has deemed you to be somewhat in need. He kindly converted Madame Songbird's kudos into more holiday days.
And what has that got to do with the...
Well, she now no longer holds the required level.
So you're saying that it's my...
Would sir like me to place an order for a bouquet of flowers?
Good idea. I think...
Very good, sir. Order processed. Order shipped. Order out for delivery.
Nossa.
I need you to do...
Just say the word, sir.
Ah, mandar ele... Sei lá.
Please, can you...
Very good, sir. Excuse me, please.
Que coisa, né? Bom, eu acho que eu tenho que sair do apartamento. Deixa eu tentar vir aqui falar com ela. Não. Eu vou tentar...
I didn't think Songbird would appreciate me rummaging through her things. In Union City, even the teddy bears had screens. This one was broken. I poked at it, but I couldn't get it to turn on. The shelf was loaded with books on management, business theory, and military strategy. A collection of toy animals were lined up in little baskets. One was missing. Kevin Kangaroo. Carl Koala.
Não, cada um tem um nome, então.
Dave Dingo. There was an empty spot marked Bartleby Bilby. Detective Culls. Someone liked their murder mysteries. Jasmine.
Tentar
Songbird.
falar com ela.
You're sorry. Oh, terrific. As long as you're sorry. But tell me, what exactly are you sorry for? Turning up here? Pretending? Or maybe you're sorry for making such a mess of it.
But
Do you know how much effort I've put into getting that gala ticket? Only to have Mentor Alonso So, please explain. What exactly are you sorry for?
that I made a mess of...
I hope you realize what you've cost me. Could you not have tried just a teeny bit harder to be Graham?
Well, I tried.
I suppose you did at least get the bumbling idiot part right.
You don't seem too distraught.
Look, stranger. Last few years, Graham gave up trying to be anything other... If it weren't for the kudos for being married, I'd have dumped him months ago. You're new here, so a word... You want to win in Union City?
My name's Foster, by the way. Robert Foster.
Songbird.
Is there anything more you can tell me about...
Not much. He was a loner whose only friends were idiots like him.
Tell me more.
Why do you want to know?
I think he might have been involved.
What do you mean?
I came to Union City from the Gap because I...
Oh, for Joey's sake, not you too. Blah, blah, conspiracy, blah, blah, giant dog. Graham was the perfect husband until he started getting crazy ideas. Why couldn't he just have an affair like a normal person?
Nossa, exatamente sobre o cachorro gigante.
Could Graham have had anything to do...
For both our sakes, I hope not.
Graham was a conspiracist?
Always was. But before he went, he became secretive. Used to close the
That's not that strange.
And he started spending a lot of time in the bathroom. And then he just...
Okay, that's the weird bit. What were you saying about...
You mean all the kudos I've now...
Yeah, kudos.
Were you bored?
Let's just...
Okay, newbie. Here's how it works in Union City.
Which you...
Well, kinda. The higher your kudos level, the lower you are in the city. Simple.
So kudos is...
Aren't you listening? Lower. Lower is better.
Quanto maior, pior.
So you need a higher kudos to get...
Of course. That industrial pit up there hovers over me like a... And this middle level is simple.
I think I understand.
But the lower level, they've got standards that you don't see enough of round here.
How can I rate...
With kudos,
So how do I get...
well, isn't that... Like I said, be happy.
But how can you be happy when you've just found out your husband is dead?
You think I'm not sad on the inside?
But...
Let's talk about something else, eh? My points have already dipped way too much today, thanks to you.
Can I ask you about some...
I'd rather you didn't.
Looks like Graham was quite...
Oh. At first I thought he was an artist. Then I found out it took hours to see the finished photographs. The only good thing about his photographs is that I'm in most of them.
What do you know about the
They run the city. You know?
Can I speak to the...
Not with Graham's ID, you can't.
What's with the alarm?
Guy, I believe you're referring to... He's a high... And thanks to you, he won't be taking his eyes off...
We got away with it, didn't we?
Do you think he's a fool? When he finds out who you really are, we're both done for. My kudos won't survive another hit like that.
Is Alonso...
For both our sakes, I hope. But I'm not risking it, so don't even...
Nothing stupid?
Very amusing. But for now, you are Graham.
You work for them?
Sure do. It might not sound prestigious, but without us, the city falls...
You don't seem the type to settle for a...
Cleaning supervisor. And you'll find in Union City, it's not what you do.
How so?
You know, get the job done, don't get in trouble, keep a smile on your face.
What can you tell me about the minister?
The terminal has their details. Look there if you want to know more.
Who's this contact you mentioned?
Bad news, as far as my kudos level is concerned.
What do you mean?
Graham was always rambling on about this hacker friend of his. Had a daft name. Leet, I think.
Any idea where I...
Probably somewhere up top, with the other degenerates. If I were you, I'd stay away.
Are you a collector?
What?
Toys.
Oh, yes. The whole set of Cuddly Kid. Well, I did have...
Did something happen?
Bartleby went missing, that's what. I asked Graham about it and he denied all knowledge. Then, when I tried to use the Mama Bear tracker to...
Clumsy.
Clumsy? Those bears were my engagement gift.
Graham had taken Songbird's toy Bilby, but I couldn't figure out what he'd have wanted with it. Wherever he'd gone, Graham clearly didn't want to be... What's a mama bear?
What do you think? It...
Her baby?
The cuddly... Most toys in uni... Lost toys mean screaming babies. Unless you got a tracker.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead. Though squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
What does Bartley Bilby look like?
Bartleby is a bilby. Adorable, long ears. Like a bandicoot and a rabbit all rolled into one. At least...
Did Leet believe in Graham's?
Believe? Pretty bad influence all round.
Mind if I have a look at the...
Go ahead. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
That's all for...
Yeah.
It looked like Graham had taken Bartleby and didn't want it tracked. I had a hunch that he had taken it to Leet, but had no idea.
Bom, eu vou tentar descer fora do apartamento aqui, vamos ver o que vai acontecer, né? Ah, tá lá o cara, ó.
Excuse...
Ah, Master Grundy. The poet laureate Reginald Arthur Schnipple Esquire sends his regards.
How nice.
Corrections. How sir might mistake yours truly, Tarquin, for our beloved...
See you later.
Will I?
Huh?
Shall we schedule...
I don't...
Such ambiguity.
Esses robôs, eu acho, normalmente eles não dão uma resposta boa.
Dear me, a terrible situation. Very troubling indeed.
Mentor, given your experience, your input here would be greatly appreciated.
Orana, isn't it? You strike me as a fine young officer of the Ministry of Well-Being. Would you say that's an accurate description?
I'm flattered, sir.
Your record is exemplary, I believe.
I do my best, sir.
I'm sure you do. So please, don't let me down. Fix this mess.
Mess? You mean the girl?
The whole untidy situation.
Yes, sir.
Atta girl. Keep a smile on your face. After all, it's Aspiration Day, isn't it? The happiest day of the year.
I'll take care of it, sir.
I know you will. By the way, a call to pest control wouldn't go amiss.
Of course, sir.
Meanwhile, I shall isolate this area until this unfortunate incident has been resolved.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your advice.
We're all here to learn from each other. Take care now.
Miss! Pardon me, miss!
Who, me? Hey! You can see forever up here! You know, be free!
Miss, you have to be careful.
Careful or careless?
I know which one I want to be.
Why don't you come down, yes? Miss Dijon, is that right? Raquel Dijon.
Yeah! That's... me. I think...
Raquel,
Raquel? Did you say Raquel?
you need to come down.
Nossa.
Where am I? Oh no! Help! Help!
Hearing her name had triggered a total change in the girl's behavior. I needed to find a way to get her down before she fell.
Are you okay?
No!
Raquel Dijon, don't panic.
How can we help?
Nothing to see here, sir. I suggest you go back inside and enjoy some screen-based entertainment.
Excuse me?
Please, both of you, I know how to deal with this kind of problem. I just need to check the negotiation.
Well, thank goodness the Ministry is on this. It's all very distracting.
What's your name?
Her name is Raquel.
Raquel? She told me her name was Rat Girl. But it would appear her grotesque moniker signifies little more than a Rat Girl indeed.
Please, gentlemen, now is not the time.
Anyone got...
Yes.
Go on.
Never use a simile when a metaphor...
What?
I'm in the middle of composing an aspiration day...
Wait, is this idea...
Well, yes. You asked if anyone had an idea.
Can you see any way down from there?
No!
We'll work something out. Hold on. Anyone got any ideas to help?
I'm still searching through this ministry protocol, but to be honest, we've got...
Keep looking. I'll see if I can find a practical solution around here. What are you painting?
Sir, please.
What? I didn't...
Her work is rather inspired, do.
Please.
Help me!
How did you get up?
I don't know.
She climbed the outside of the building. Astounding.
I don't remember.
Bravo, miss!
Sit tight. We'll soon have you down.
Can you see any way down?
No!
Okay, we'll see what we can do from here.
Bom, vamos tentar dar um jeito de descer ela de lá, né?
From that height, the girl wouldn't fare much better than the can.
Não tem como escalar, será?
It was a hand scanner.
Molhe as plantas, ganhe uma conquista. Molhe as plantas. Mas e aí, não tem nada, outra coisa que dê pra fazer por aqui?
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Como é que nós vamos tirar a guria de lá? Tem que dar um jeito. Só que como?
Excuse me, sir.
Não dá pra escalar aqui? Não. Como é que se vai fazer isso?
Someone had spilt paint on the floor.
Water refill complete.
Ah, aqui, ó. Ele vai limpar lá fora. Vamos ver se ele vai vir aqui pra fora.
Commencing spray. Please stand back.
Raquel!
Help! Please!
Can you see any...
No!
Hold on. We'll work something out.
Aqui, ó.
Think you can get on the robot when it passed? We'll catch you. You can do it.
I rather doubt.
Can't you try and...
You have a reasonably good eye for.
Thank you! Now, grab on tight.
You'll be fine.
Human grip strength is
Okay.
Vamos ver. Cadê o robô? Tá ali. É que ele vai subir lá de novo? Vamos ver. Vai.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Ué? Ah, eu acho que eu tenho que... Deixa eu ver. Eu tenho que hackear aqui também.
Commencing refill.
Cadê a unidade de... Sei lá, bota aqui 0. Que é isso aí, vamos tentar ver. Será que deu certo agora? Vamos ver.
How do you feel, Raquel? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that's all sorted. Shall I call a pod?
I've got it from here, thank you. Raquel, what were you even doing?
I don't know.
The girl looked glad to be back on solid ground.
Mr. Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Bravo, Mr. Grundy. Your actions in this situation were sublime. Albeit, the local noise levels have already returned to normal, and the building...
I'm more concerned about the girl. Is she gonna be okay?
Yes. Officer, wouldn't you say that Mr. Grundy's actions...
Of course. Thank you for the suggestion.
Tarquin, miss.
Orana. Orana Newblood.
Yeah, like the guy said. Graham Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Raquel.
What do you mean?
Well, I met her earlier, and she seemed like a totally...
She's been through a big ordeal. Nothing that a trip to the reflection spa won't sort out.
Will she be in trouble for...
Well, no real harm done. The droid will clean it up. That said, her kudos rating will take a hit.
All because she defaced Joe?
People loved Joey, and what he did for...
Joey was my friend.
Well, he might be gone, but he's not forgotten. You can find out about our savior at the Museum of New History.
You mentioned I could find out about Joey in a
Yes. The Museum of New History has exhibits about how he I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to learn about him.
A museum dedicated to Joey?
Well, it's not all Joey. They have a special exhibit. Old technology, maps, that sort of thing. Anyway, taking in some culture is good for you. Find it at the Piazza, if you get the chance.
So,
I'm an officer for the...
You often have to talk...
My first one?
You did a good...
Thanks.
What is the
What is the... Everyone this side of the industrial level has heard of...
Oh, you mean that reflection. It's been...
Next, you'll be asking me to tell you about this...
No, I'm familiar. I'm on the trail of a missing kid called Milo.
That shouldn't be difficult. Any greeter terminal will be...
No, that won't help. He was
That's not possible.
I assure you.
Where did you say you worked, Mr. Grundy?
That'd be the Ministry of Comfort.
I suggest you concentrate on your work and leave well-being issues to the appropriate ministry.
How is the girl?
She'll be fine. This sort of trauma is best handled at the reflection spa.
I guess
Yeah.
Bom, beleza,
right.
então.
I suppose I should thank you too.
No problem.
You too, Mr. Grundy. If you need any well-being support, just ask for me at a greeter town. Come on, Raquel. Let's get you to the spa. You'll be feeling better. No need to worry, Raquel. You're safe now. Happy faces all round, right? In fact, this calls for a celebration. It is Aspiration Day after all.
Oh, goodness. Is it?
All day. And you know what would be the best end to a day like this? A trip to the reflection spa. I'll pull a string or two, and we'll get you straight to the front of the line.
E se foram? E agora, o que eu devo fazer? Eu vou ir até o museu, eu acho. Será que é por aqui? Vamos ver.
Pod has been requested. Please wait for embarkation. Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
Eu gostaria de ir no
Needed to find
museu.
more information on Graham's contact before I could decide where to go next. Sorry, Monopod. I think that I'll stay here.
Tem que achar. Eu tenho que saber mais sobre o Graham. O que mais que nós podemos saber sobre ele? Deixa eu hackear isso aqui de volta. Acho que tem que chegar perto. Deixa eu ver. Enquanto isso ele vai limpando, né? Deixa eu ver. Reabastecer. Cadê o 100% aqui? Ah, tá aqui, ó. Tem que esperar esse negócio vir fora de novo. O robozinho lá tá confuso. É até aqui que eu... Quando sair fora o negócio ali eu... Agora sim. Eu vou botar aqui 100% e eu acho que vai resolver o problema. Deixa eu ver. Acho que é isso aí. Vamos ver? Ué? Definir a taxa de fluxo. Aqui tem que ser 100%. Bom, acho que ele vai encher. Isso também eu acho não é importante agora, né? Vamos subir lá no segundo andar. Ver se tem mais alguma coisa pra fazer ali dentro. Vamos ver. Tentar falar com a mulher sobre o museu, talvez.
Excuse me.
Hey, stranger.
Ah, tenho que arrumar esse negócio do brinquedo aí pra ela.
Bye, Songbird.
Yeah.
Estranho que aqui só dá pra ligar a pia e não dá pra...
After 10 years in the Gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like. There was a boot print. Curious. A box had been hidden outside the window.
Ah, tá ali o negócio.
If I could get the window open, I'd be able to reach that box.
Ah, tem abrir as janelas. Então eu vou mandar o robô aqui falar.
Good afternoon, sir.
I need you to do something.
Just say the word, sir.
Janelas.
Please, can you open the window?
Very good, sir.
Aí. Ele vai abrir as janelas, eu vou pegar o negócio lá. Vamos ver. Subir. Aí, ó. Ele abriu a janela.
The gang had a ferocious beak.
I
was lucky not to lose a finger. The tape was too flimsy to warrant a crowbar. The gang had a ferocious beak. I was lucky not to lose a finger.
Como é que eu vou fazer pra... Ah, usar um desse aqui, ó, de novo,
Here you
ó.
go.
Beleza, agora eu vou pegar. Boa. Nossa, já voltou ali o
Whatever was
bicho.
in the box, Graham had clearly not wanted anyone to find it. Inside was a small glass lens. It had deep cuts scored across its surface. But that wasn't all. Tucked beneath was a photograph. A picture of a stalker. A
Nossa.
child's face pressed against the window. Suddenly I realized that it wasn't just Milo. It was clear that multiple children were being taken into the city, and somehow Graham was connected to it.
Será que eu não consigo resolver aquela questão aqui do brinquedo da
Excuse me, please.
mulher ali? Ligar.
The device was now on, but with the screen broken, I'd need to find another way to get at the data. I wondered why Graham had taken a children's toy.
Hello there. I'm Mama Bear.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after... Are you looking for one of my children?
Putz, não me lembro.
I'm
Esse
looking
aqui.
for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
Eita, quebrado o bagulho. Deixa eu ver se eu ligar a TV. Aí, ó. Vamos ver. Cadê o projetor? Não. Brinquedo. Lareira. Acho que eu tenho que pegar a TV junto ali. Ah, aqui no projetor holográfico. Deixa eu ver. Projetor holográfico. Brinquedo. Cadê o projetor? Aqui, ó. Altero a ordem das coisas. Ele vai projetar a imagem aqui, ó. Nesse pedestal holográfico.
All I needed to do was locate the area code E1594.
E1594.
Find Leet.
Ah, beleza. Pino de boliche. Ganhamos uma conquista.
Excuse me.
What now?
Any idea where the
E1594.
Old?
The monopod system has taken care of transport for years.
You sure you don't?
The monopod system has taken care of transport for years.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Excuse me, please.
Bom, beleza. Eu acho que agora então é só descer lá e tentar encontrar esse local. Será que o robô aqui conseguiu se encher de água? Ah, agora sim. Bom, então agora nós vamos até o local
A map reference. E1594.
E1594.
Maybe it was the key to finding his hacker friend Leet. The piazza is the place for me.
Piazza.
It would be my pleasure, Citizen Graham.
Beleza. Então vamos até a praça ver o que vai acontecer lá, né? Muito bem. Chegamos até a praça. Eu não sei para onde que eu tenho que ir agora, mas chegamos até aqui. E eu vou encerrando o vídeo por aqui. Nos encontramos num próximo episódio da saga do jogo Behind the Steel Sky da Revolution Games. E espero que tenham gostado. Até um próximo episódio.